Okay, this is my first YouTube video on my yz250 1993. I just picked it up pretty recently, and I've had to do a lot of work to it. And I thought I'd just make a YouTube video on what I'm doing to it. So I had to take it apart, the engine, and most of the bike, because it developed this knocking noise from I think over revving it, not from me over revving it, but from the previous owner. And we had to get a couple different things, but in the over revving, we found what the problem was, which was these main bearings. They completely came apart. Like all these little chunks were rolling inside of the crankcase. But other than that, everything else looked really good except for the cylinder and the piston, which I'll show you. So, cylinder has scores like that one. And there's another one right there. And along with that, the piston also got really scraped up. So we needed to replace that. And that's what I just got in the mail today. We ordered a Wiseco. I already unpackaged it, but so I got the new piston. Looks a whole lot better. I'll show you. So there it is. This was the ProLite one, so it's got like those cutouts. So I guess make it lighter. But it's gonna work a whole lot better than this will, which was the original one, I'm assuming. And might rev higher, I guess. But other than that, the bike had some aftermarket parts, like the pipe, which was a Pro Circuit, and the coloring or the paint was like taken off, so I repainted it, and I think that looks pretty good. It came with a knolling shock, knolling front fork. It also came with a messed up airbox and a broken rear fender. So I got a new one. I got UFO. And from the wheelie that the guy pulled, he broke the subframe, and that's why the fender was broken. And along with that, he broke the mounts on the original exhaust. So I made rubber mounts out of rubber I got, and I mounted it to the original one, which I painted because this was rusting, and did like a polish to the metal or to the aluminum. And other than that, I riveted aluminum to the airbox because it had holes in it. I didn't want water to get inside of it. We clamped this, which was cracked, the subframe, because we couldn't weld it, but we're planning on getting it welded pretty soon. Other than that, it's got a answer bar. The subframe is titanium. What else? It's got a new clutch. It's got a Mikuni carburetor. I'm not sure if that's stock or not, but it's got that. Along with that, with replacing, I need to replace this tire because it's almost bald on the flat side. On the sides, it's got tread, but that won't work out for me. So other than that, we had to fix the plastics, which were pretty torn up like this. We epoxied that because there's a hole right there, and we also epoxied uh, washers into the holes where the bolts go so that the bolts don't go through the plastic. And um, that's about it for what we've done. But other things we need are, we need this linkage. We need bearings to be replaced because there's really minimal movement. And that was causing the whole entire swing arm to not move up and down freely. So, other than that, I'm going to be getting in some new parts, which I think I'm getting a tire. I'm getting new main bearings. I think that's about it. Well, that's all for my first update. So, see you guys later.